Okay, so we'll see. Okay, so how to create a Postgres PaaS instance in Azure. Okay, so how we can manage if the database is in a cloud environment? The cloud could be anything. That could be AWS, Amazon Web Services, and Azure, Microsoft Azure, and GCP, Google Cloud Platform, GCP, Google Cloud Platform. Okay, so here Azure, so Microsoft, Microsoft Azure, so AWS, Amazon Web Services. The first cloud vendor is AWS, Amazon Web Services. So later they started, okay, so Azure, Microsoft Azure, and recently started Google Cloud. Google company also, they started own cloud platform. They given name is GCP, Google Cloud Platform, Google Cloud Platform. Okay, so the Rackspace also is a kind of cloud vendor. They are providing the infrastructure in the cloud environment. Over the internet you can access, you can build the servers, whatever the servers and applications you can deploy into your nearest regions. So you can manage these all the things. So here the physical hardware, everything is provided by cloud vendor, which cloud you are using. So just we are paying amount as a rental basics, how much you are using, that much only we are going to pay. Okay, so end of the day, if you don't need, so you can just exit from the cloud platform. That's it. So before cloud environment, so there is a physical on-prem systems are there. On-prem system means the project owner, the client, they has to purchase everything, all the servers, network, storage, everything they has to purchase, and they build the infrastructure first. Once infrastructure is ready, then technical team they are started the installation part. So these for all setup on-prem systems, it takes lot of time. We have to spend a lot of amount, and we have to spend lot of time. We are not sure when it is completed. So to avoid this, the cloud vendors they introduced a cloud platform. These are the cloud vendors: AWS, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, Rackspace. You can choose any one of the cloud vendor. You have to create an account with any cloud vendor. Suppose AWS, yes, you have to create a account with AWS account. There is they given one web URL. Using that web URL, you can create a account with a cloud vendor. Once you log in, there you can access all the servers. How much configuration you need? Suppose I want to, for my project, I need 100 servers. Each server require 100 GB memory and 2 terabyte storage and 30-40 CPU. Like this much configuration we need. Yes, immediately within the less than 5 minutes, you can build the servers. Each server you can build less than 5 minutes with any kind of operating system. So that way the speed will be increased in case of cloud environment. The all the hardware infrastructure is ready. Just you can access the infrastructure over the internet from anywhere, anytime. You can build your servers by adding the configuration, how much you need, and what kind of operating system you need. Choose the operating system. Then just click on next, create. It's going to create the system resources. If you want to create a virtual machine, it's going to create a virtual machine less than 10 minutes. We can make system is ready. That much fast is there in case of cloud environment. In case of on-prem environment, it takes lot of time. First, we have to purchase the infrastructure. What infrastructure we need? Sometimes the team also they don't know how much infrastructure they need. what configuration they need. Based on the usage, we are going to add the infrastructure. So that takes lot of time. We have to spend lot of time. We have to spend lot of amount. So this simply, if you have, if you subscribe with any cloud vendor, you can access the infrastructure over the internet. You can build the servers. You can deploy these servers into regions. In each region, the cloud vendor they maintain the data center. Data centers, the data will be stored inside the data center ultimately. So that's why few of the clients are okay. So nowadays, the on-prem systems are there. When you go to join any project, when you get a real-time project to work on this any database, so some on-prem systems are there. Some databases, some projects they are maintaining on-prem systems. Some projects they are there in the cloud environment, any cloud, maybe AWS or Azure. So we seen these the two kind of cloud platform. Maybe recently started a GCP as well. For any cloud platform, the way of process is same. Okay, so there are three types of cloud models are there. Infrastructure as a service, IaaS model, platform as a service, PaaS model, software as a service, SaaS model. So you can see here, this is the on-prem systems. Let me, okay. So you can say, okay. So this is if you take on-prem systems, everything you have to purchase this infrastructure first. Networking, storage, servers, virtualization, operating system, middleware softwares, the data application softwares, everything you have to purchase. You have to build the servers. You have to take care everything. That is on-premises systems. Means here the everything the physical hardware is owned by ours only. There is no other third party vendors. This is the on-prem systems. So if you take, there is a three types of cloud models are there. Infrastructure as a service. Suppose few of the clients their requirement. I need only hardware. I need only infrastructure. Our team is there. We have to create a VM. On top of VM, we install the databases. We can access the database either server level or PC admin level. This is the requirement from so and so client. In that scenario, they have to choose with the IaaS model. They have to choose with the IaaS model. They have to choose with the IaaS model. Infrastructure as a service. Infrastructure as a service. So you can say here, if you go with the infrastructure as a service, the operating system, virtualization, server, storage, networking, these all the things managed by third party vendor. You can say here managed by vendor. Suppose if you subscribe with the AWS vendor, so these availability of operating system, availability of virtualization, servers, storage, networking, these are all the things availability who take care of. It's a third party vendor, that is AWS, that could be Amazon, Microsoft Azure, that could be any third party vendor. We don't bother about this kind of infrastructure if we go with the IaaS model. So only you can use this infrastructure, you can build your servers. Yes, you can create a VMs. Once you create a VM with any operating system, you can connect a putty. Via putty, you can connect. Once you build the server inside the cloud platform, once you connected putty, yes, that's equal to on-prem. Yes, once we connected putty software, yes, we know how to install Postgres, how to create the database clusters. So if you go with IaaS model, yes, we can access at server level, we can access at a DB, that is PC admin level. So both ways we can log in and we can access our database. At OS level, the servers, all the servers, the OS level patching, the mount points, who take care, the maintenance will be taken care by ours only. Just the cloud platform vendor. They're making the infrastructure is available in the cloud platform. Once you build the servers using this infrastructure, you have to take care OS level maintenance, whatever OS level patching or whatever any mount point is filling, everything we have to take care OS level maintenance and DB level maintenance. Who can access the database? At server level I can access, at a DB level using PC admin or DB where I can access if we go with infrastructure as a service model. Suppose few of the clients they don't want to take risk. Suppose they don't have time, they don't have much team, they have to only focus accessing the database only. They don't want to take care to build the database servers, to build the VMs, to take care of maintenance at OS level. They don't want to take this type of risk. Yes, in that scenario, they have to choose platform as a service. Few of the clients they don't want to take they don't have time to build the VMs, these all the things. Yes, if you don't have time, we will take care. Azure cloud platform vendor, they can say yes, we have a team is there, we have an engineer team, they will take care. Just you can access database as a service, platform as a service. Platform is already created for VMs, for OS level maintenance, everything taken care by vendor. Just you can access, you can create the database instance, PaaS instance, platform as a service. In AWS, we can say RDS, relational database system. In Azure, we can say flexible servers. You can create a PaaS instance, database instance. For PaaS instance, also backend, there is a VM, everything is there, but they don't give access for us. Because if you choose with the PaaS model, Azure vendor manage the servers, all the servers. They give access database as a service. You can access the database as a service via PG admin tool. So at OS level, VM level, the maintenance, patching, whatever things, who take care in case of PaaS model? Azure cloud vendor, whatever, which cloud you are using, the cloud vendor, they will take care. We don't bother about, simply you can access the database. You can focus on your business accessing the database. That's it. Only DB level maintenance you have to take care. Okay. So some clients, even they don't have to create the PaaS instance. They don't have time to create the PaaS instance. They don't have time to build the VMs. They don't have time to take care of this all the DB level, OS level maintenance. Then they have to choose with the software as a service, SaaS model, IaaS model, PaaS model, SaaS model. If you go to SaaS model, here you can see here. So in case of PaaS model, these all the things managed by vendor, cloud vendor, because they created VMs. Yes, at a VM level, OS level, these all the things managed by vendor. We don't bother about OS level, any mount point is filling. How to clean up? Who clean this file systems? They taken care by Azure vendor. If you go with IaaS model, we have to take care because we are going to build the VMs by taking the infrastructure from cloud. So if we go to SaaS model, these are all the things managed by Azure vendor. We don't bother about. Just you can use application. Suppose there is a Gmail. We are maintaining Gmail, Facebook. These all comes under SaaS model. Even we are not installing anything. Just there is a web URL. You can access the. If you have URL, if you have account, you can access the application. That's it. That comes under SaaS model. IaaS model, platform as a service, software as a service. So like this, so create VM. If you want to create a VM and install the databases, then you can maintain, then go with the IaaS model. Here, OS level maintenance, the owner of the physical hardware, vendor only, cloud vendor, we are not owner. Based on the usage, we are going to pay the rental basics. Yes, how many hours you are using. Suppose there is a VM configuration 32 GB, 100, 1 TB storage. That VM per hour, they will charge yes $10. How many hours you are going to use? That much amount we have to pay. Like this, we are going to pay by rental basis. So these all physical hardwares availability will taken care by Azure vendor. Okay. So these are the cloud services models. Infrastructure, PaaS. Okay. So let me go to create a PaaS instance. Let me can say if you try to if you can create a Azure account, free account, there is a free account they given. So it will valid for 30 days. If you go to free account, there is a two types of accounts are there. If you want to create a free account, yes, Azure free account. If you create a Azure free account, while creating the account, it's asking to debit or credit card details. In that, they credit $200 in our account. We can use these many services, 20 plus popular services. We can use less than 30 days. These $200. So if you're not using these $200 less than 30 days, the account will be expired. That means the free account, the valid is 30 days. So after 30 days, the account will be expired. We are not able to log in. Okay. So that is free account. So if you don't want to, after 30 days, if you want to upgrade this free account to licensed account, yes, there is another account is pay as you go. Pay only for what you use. How much you are going to use, pay that much only. Pay as you go model means we are going to pay the amount how much we are going to utilize the services. If you are not utilize any services, we are not paying anything. Based on the usage, they give the bill. That is two types of accounts are there: free account, pay as you go account. Okay, so you can create account Azure with Azure. Click on sign up. Okay, so click on next. It will ask the debit and credit details. You can give the card details. They give they credit $200. Okay, we can use it. You can use the services till this cost $200. Once after 30 days, the account will be expired. If you want to take the license, we have to upgrade the account, free account to pay as you go model. Okay, we'll share the document how to create a Azure account. So let me create the PaaS instance. Let me, okay, how to log in? You can say this is the, okay, let me sign out. Just Azure portal.azure.com. Click on sign in. You have to select the username. This is the mail ID I given. So you have to give the password. Yes. Able to log in Azure cloud platform portal.azure.com. This is the home page of Azure cloud. So you can say these all are services. If you want to create a virtual machine, click create virtual machine. Yes, you can create a virtual machine. So click on create. You can select how much configuration you need. So this is the when you create account, it's created a subscription with the name free trial subscription. If you create any resource, you have to create a resource group. Any resource is available, it will display. If not, you have to create at least one resource group. Then give the server name here. Then give the region where deploy this virtual machine, in which region. Because each region wise they maintain the data centers. You have to select the region nearest your location. Okay, select any region that nearest by yours. Suppose Central India. So in Central India, how many availability zones are there? 3 availability zones. That means in Central India, there is the one region, Asia Pacific one region. Inside the region, there is a 3 data centers available. Each data center place we called as a availability zones. Okay. So you have to select the 3. If you select 3 availability zones means the data will be distributed among the 3 zones. If one zone is failed, one data center is failed, the other 2 data centers are there to continue our business. That is a high availability. You can select operating system which OS you need. You can see the Windows, all kind of operating system. These all availability. So taken care by Azure vendor. Suppose the Linux version next Linux right now what is the Linux version 9.4? The later they released 9.6. Yes, they are making availability of latest versions of all the softwares inside the cloud platform will be taken care by Azure vendor. Just you have to select the operating system. Which operating system you need for this server? If you select yes with this operating system, then next select the username password. Yes, this is the username VM username password. Then enter the password. Then select the size of disk, how much configuration you need. You can say by default storage allocated 64 GB. It's a premium SSD. There is a standard SSD premium. Like this, you can select end up end of the options. Click on create, review create. It's going to, if the options are mandatory options, if you entered, it's going to create the virtual machine. That's how you can create the virtual machine. If you create a virtual machine, you can take the IP address. You can connect from putty. If you connect from putty, you can we know how to install, how to build the database clusters. That is for IaaS model, infrastructure as a model. Okay. So there is a other thing, PaaS model. Mostly we are if it is real time, if you need server, this IaaS model. If you want to go with IaaS model, so we are not creating the VM. There is a DevOps engineer. They have to create a VM and they hand over to us. This is the VM name. This is the IP address. You can access from via putty. Just we have to know how the VM is, how we can build the VM in Azure platform. Yes, in real time DevOps team they will take care. So if it is PaaS model, we are going to take care. Azure database for Postgresql. Click on this. So let me create a one PaaS instance. Click on create. You can say here for this PaaS instance, how much cost will be? Here it will display. You can see here, let me select this is the subscription free trial resource group. Let me create a new resource group for each and every application. Suppose there is a HRMS database, HRMS underscore prod. If you want to create a prod instance, we have to create a subscription and a resource group, the same name, the same application name and environment. So for prod and pre-prod in general, we are maintaining the subscription and resource group. For prod, pre-prod, one subscription, one resource group. For non-prod, Dove environment and perf test, we are maintaining one subscription, one resource group. They are creating like this, non-prod. If you want to create a Dove instance or perf test instance, like this, you can create resource group. So that for Dove or perf test, whatever the resources used, you can select this resource group. Okay. Next, server name. You can say HRMS underscore PGFS underscore AZ100 102. This is the server name. You can give any name. PGFS means Postgres Flexible Server, Azure, some random ID. So where you want to deploy this instance, it's a data centers maintained region wise. You can select any region. Suppose your business, your business is there in some other country in Europe. Yes, in Europe, East Europe. Yes, you can deploy your applications into the respect to where the clients are using, where the users are using the application. The respect to region, you can deploy your applications. Suppose, okay, I can select Central India. It's the nearest data center, Central India. So it's a development instance or production database. It's a development instance. Yes. Okay. So what kind of configuration you need? You can say this is one CPU, 2 GB RAM, 32 GB storage. It's a P4. They given some models. P4 model, 120 IOPS. So if you take this one, how much cost you can see here? This is the free up to 750 hours. If it is crossed, this is the month amount. If you build this configuration per monthly, how much you need to pay? 1487 rupees. It's INR. Like this, they give the each and every resource. This is one resource. Flexible server is one resource. If you want to build the database instance using this resource, this is the charge every month we need to pay. Suppose if you change the configuration, configure server, you can see here, there is if you want to increase the size of memory, you can say 48 GB, I need RAM is 48 GB. Yes, you can select 12 CPU, 48 GB memory. Like this, you can build the instance with how much configuration you need. This is not possible in case of on-prem system. In on-prem system, you have to purchase first hardware. Even though it's not required 100 GB, first we have to purchase 100 GB. We have to install, we have to, based on the usage, we come to know how much memory is required, how much CPU, how much storage. Here, based on the usage, you can automatically add the memory and the storage. There is auto scale option is there. Okay, initially they go with a small configuration. Later, whenever this instance is struggle with 100% CPU, 100% memory, then we can anytime we can change this configuration. Just you can select which model you need, which configuration you need. I go with the list model 2 GB memory. Okay, 1 CPU. This is standard B1MS. This is the classes they given. Standard B2S, standard B2MS. If you choose this model, we get the 8 GB memory under 1920 max IOPS. If you select this one, P4MS means 4 CPU under 16 GB memory. Like this, we can select. Okay, how much storage you required? You can say you can select 4 terabyte, 8 terabyte, 16 terabyte, 32 terabyte, up to 32 terabyte. You can select at a time. You can build the instance. Suppose you not required initial days, not required. Based on the usage, we can go and add the. So we can go with 1 GB or 2 GB. You can see the least is 32 GB. What type of storage required? Premium SSD. Like this, we can. So high availability. Yes, it's a development environment, not required high availability. It's currently disabled. Backup. Automatically backups taken care. It's a retention 7 days. It's keep. Okay. Like this, we can select. Click on save. Can say next authentication method. I want to go with the Postgresql authentication method only. There is Azure also, they provide some authentication kind of method, but I don't want to. I want to go with the Postgres authentication. What is the username? HRMS PGFS underscore HRMS underscore PGFS underscore admin. This is the username for this instance to log in. Password. Let me keep password. Yes. This is the super username for this database, HRMS for this instance. Let me next network. So this instance are able to give access outside of the cloud platform, that is public access, allowed IP address and private endpoint. Private access within the cloud environment. How we want to access this database? Outside of the cloud in platform means, yes, choose the public access. Security, default, tags, review, create. So you can review what is the subscription, free trial, what is the resource group. This is the non-prod selected. Server name means pass instance name. This is the login admin username where we are going to deploying. This is the region. Availability zone, no preference. High availability, not enabled. PostgreSQL, which version we are going to build pass instance 16. This is the compute storage. Compute storage means configuration 2 GB memory and 32 GB storage. And backup retention by default 7 days. Storage auto growth means whenever 32 GB is filled, automatically it's add the storage. If you enable, currently it's not enabled. Geo redundancy, it's not enabled. Means if you enable geo redundancy, like one region, if any issue within the region, it's automatically the other region data centers are there, we can continue our business to provide high availability in case of region perspective. Networking, public access allowed, can say allow public access to this resource through the internet using public address. If it is disabled, we are not able to access from our local system or outside of this cloud platform. So click on create. It's going to create this PaaS instance. Create server without firewall rules. Let me, yes, initializing deployment. For creating the PaaS instance, it's saying deployment in progress. Means it's deploying the instance, deploying into this server into respect to region, respect to data center region. We selected Central India. Let's wait. Once deployment is completed, we can go to the resource. We can see the resource configuration again. We can take the connection details. We can connect from PG admin. Okay. You can see here, I can see deployment is still it's in progress state. Okay, meanwhile you can see. So here this is the option to see view remaining credit. What are the credited? How much we you utilized? You can see here spending rate and forecast. Let's wait. You can see total they credited $16. Okay, now I used this is the amount remaining. This is the remaining amount. $9 I go and use. Okay, once it's equal storage credited amount and usage amount. So after that they will charge. Okay, this is how you can see the how much credit left out for our account. This is in Indian 9,465 rupees. I can utilize by using these services. Once this is crossed, then they will give bill for us based on the usage. This is the free trial subscription. Okay, where you can see all the subscriptions. Click on subscriptions. There you can see all the subscription. Like this subscription resource group, both are equal. They manage the subscription resource group. Each and every application wise. Suppose if you take HRMS application, HRMS prod and HRMS non-prod. Two subscriptions, two resource group they maintaining. What are the resources you are using for create DAO database and Perf database? You have to select the resource group HRMS non-prod. So that what are the resources, how much billing getting every month for non-prod environment, for prod environment, we get a clear picture. Okay, if you choose one resource group for all the prod and non-prod, we are not sure which environment taking high usage. We are not understanding. So that's why we are separating environment wise or application wise. Okay, that's based on our interest. Still, its deployment is in progress state. Once deployment is done, how we can access this PaaS database? We don't have access at server level first. Okay, so how we can access this database platform as a service? We can take the database server name, then username, port number, DB name. If you have these details, you can connect from PEM. It's public access already enabled. So you take these details, you can connect from PEM. Yes. And also, so suppose sometimes, okay, from PEM, it's not comfortable for all the tasks. Suppose if you want to restore backup, take the backup and restore in different formats. Then you can connect command prompt. That is the better way. How you can connect command prompt? You have to take one jump host, one empty Linux machine. There remote connection. How you can connect remotely? There is a one server is database server, other server is Linux. How you can connect remotely? What we require to establish the connection remotely? Yes. Suppose okay, clear. So this is we feel okay. So this is the empty Linux machine. This is the empty Linux. We take as this is a jump host. Jump host means we are using this Linux mission to connect PaaS instance via command prompt. So from here, I want to remotely connect to any database server, not only PaaS instance. We did in the remote connection topic, there is a database server. We take the database details. We connected remotely from this other Linux mission. From here, I want to connect remotely. I want to establish the so-and-so database. What we required here? What we required to establish the connection remotely? What we required in this mission? Yes. You can say deployment succeeded. Go to the resource. Go to the resource. Yes, you can say this is the database HRMS PGFS AZ02. This is the server name. You can see overview. Just go to home. Click on this one. It will show all the past services. But out of these three, this one is only available state. This remaining stopped state. Click on this. So where it has deployed in this region. What is the resource group? HRMS non-prod. What subscription? So this is the free trial subscription. Click on this. So if you want to see server name, you can say this is the subscription ID, server name. This is the server name. Let me take the server name. This is the server name. Next, what we require to connect remotely? Username also required. This is the server admin login name. Yes. Password we know. And database, default database, Postgres database. What is the port number? 5432. That is the default port number we deployed. We did not change. So now the server is, if the past instance is available state, then only we can connect to this database. If it is stopped state, we cannot establish the connection. Yes, that is available state only. Let me try to connect the from PC admin. Open the PC admin. Yes. PC admin. Yes. Okay. So how to connect the database? How to configure? Register server. What is the? This is the, you can keep any DB. Suppose Azure DB. Connection. Here we require a host name, the server name, pass instance server name. Let me keep here. And so you can say what database you want to connect. Port number same database I want to connect. What is the username? You can take the login name. This is my login name. HRMS underscore. Yes. Password. Let me give the password. You can say keep save the password. Click on save. Here we are getting the timeout error. Why means? So after build the pass instance, we have to make firewall rules. Let me go to networking. You can say networking. We have to configure the firewalls. These firewall rules done by DevOps team in real time. Meanwhile, in our case, we are accessing IP address from 00 to this IP address. Click on this. That's it. Do you want to continue? If you create a firewall using 00, this IP address range, no IP address will be blocked and any host on the internet can access this server. It is strongly recommended to user this rule only temporarily and only to test server that do not contain sensitive data. Means we are allowing for any IP address to access this PaaS instance outside of the cloud platform. Then save the details. In real time, we have to keep the which IP address you want to access. That IP address only we can configure here. Instead of 00, we can keep our Windows IP address. For meanwhile, we are giving accessing allowing for any IP address. Okay. Let's save the details and go and try the access from anywhere. Successfully updated connection security settings. Then go to here, click on save. Can say yes, immediately connected. This is the Azure DB. Can see here databases. What are the database? Are the default database? These all are Azure default databases. Azure maintenance, Azure sys. This is the Postgres database. Yes, now you can create, if you want to create another database, you can create the same HRMS DB. Click on save. Yes. So here we can access the database as a service via PC admin. That's it. We don't have access at server level. So suppose sometimes I want to connect via command prompt. So to take the backup, restore, if it is command prompt, that is good. How can connect command from the same PaaS instance? Take any VM. That VM you can, if you want to build a VM on the Azure cloud platform, that's fine. Or if you want to take VM in external VM, that's fine. From here, I want to establish the connection. What do we need? How to establish the connection from here? Yes. Yes. How to establish the connection from this? What we required first to establish the connection? What we required?
Should have PSQL, server IP address, username, password.
So yes. So we need binaries. PSQL, how we can get it? Binaries. If you install binaries, we'll get the PSQL. So first you take the any empty mission, any like this mission people called as a jump host. We are jumping from this mission to PaaS instance. So we people called as a jump host. Or you can take any Linux mission. Just get it the binaries. You have to install binaries. Then only you can get the PSQL. Without binaries, we don't have PSQL to establish the connection. So it's already installed. PSQL already installed. You can say yes. Just install the binaries. That's it. No need to create the cluster. Then you can create. You can PSQL. Yes, PSQL. Then so how can establish the connection remotely? -P port number 5432. -H is the mandatory where the database is running. Yes, this is my PaaS server. So which database you want to connect? Postgres database. Which user? Which user you want to establish the connection? What is the username? Login. This login role username. Now it's asking HRMS PGFS admin password. Let me give the password. Yes, you can say I connected via command prompt, but database is not running in this. Same we done in the remote connections. There, the database is running on the on-prem system. Here, database running on the cloud platform. It's a PaaS instance. We don't have access at server level. So that's why whenever you need a command prompt to take backup and restore, you can use like this. We can suppose if you want to take the backup, pgdum -d db name from -h where the database is running. Like this, we can take the backup. If you want to restore, yes, psql or pg restore /l. All the things we can see here also. Okay. So sometimes, okay, the meta commands, it won't work in case of PC admin. So DBS, most of the DBS, they are familiar with the meta commands because these are short commands. Mostly they are worked in the command prompt. So PC admin, very new to this. This is the project only PC admin available. So that time you can connect a command prompt. You can use whatever the meta commands, whatever you need. You can use, take one Linux host. There you can get the installation. From here, I can take the backup for PaaS instance. I can restore. I can connect the command prompt. I can use all the meta commands, whatever we need. So which one is convenient for you? If it is PC admin or command prompt means this is where how we are connecting. If it is PC admin means yes, there from PC admin we can access the data. So this is about to PaaS instance. Okay. So there will be, we will get a doubt. This is a PaaS instance. We don't have access server level. Okay. We connected command prompt even though we don't have access server level. But how can monitor? Suppose there is a high CPU usage. There we get a alert. CPU percentage 100% utilized on this instance. Then how can monitor CPU percentage, memory percentage, and okay, so how many CPUs are there? Hmm? How can monitor these all the things? How many connections are there? Okay, these for monitoring these all the information on the PaaS instance, there will be options are there. You can say, let me go to, you can say here, click on this. Yeah, expand this one. You can see here, there is a monitoring tab. Yes, monitoring. This database is up and running. Yes, available. Okay. Metrics. As you can see, suppose, okay, instead of this, if we go to security, yeah, you can see there is a monitoring. Okay, left side also monitoring is there. Here also, if you go with this right side monitoring, you can get all, you can say last 1 hour, how's the CPU and memory. The CPU percentage average, you can say 18 percentage only. Now completely it's down. It's 10% only. So what is the memory percentage? Now it's 50 percentage memory. You can say before 30 percentage, now its spike is high. There is a spike is high, spike is there. So 30 percentage, 51 percentage memory percentage utilized, and the CPU 17 percentage utilized. Like this, we can see the monitor CPU memory database availability. You can say database when started. This is the timestamp database started. Before database is down. The flat is database down, not available in this during this timestamp. This is the timestamp database is started. Now its database is available. Okay. So now you can see storage. How much storage utilized? Storage you can see 7% utilized. If the storage is filled 100%, if you enable auto scale, automatically storage is added. This way we can monitor all the things in this console page only. DB connections, how many connections are there? You can say succeed connections, 164 connections, the internal connections. You can say connections. Okay. Then go to throughput. What is happening in the backend? Is a write throughput or read throughput? Okay, like this we can monitor. So if you see high CPU, high memory, you have to log into database. You can see the topmost long running jobs. Those long running jobs from which user connected, which application server you can connect to replication, respect to application guys. So you can say this is due to this CPU is 100% utilized. Please take a look. If they are asked to kill us, you can kill if it is non-prod. Okay, you can go through these all options. Databases, how many databases are there? You can see these are the database list you can see here. So connect, this is the connection string. This is the, I can say. So like this, if you want to, like this, we can say, we can, if you, let me, this is the, yes, same HRMS PGFS admin, the password, just keep the password. Let me, okay. You can see password, I don't want to type right now. Okay, so here just you can export these all the things. Then you can try to, okay. So PSQL. It's asking the password for user. Which user? This is the user. Here exported everything exported. No need to keep a PSQL -p -h like this. So R some, okay. In real time, what we do? We have to create an environment variable file. HRMS underscore non-prod dot sh. You can create an environment variable file. You can keep the all the details. Yes, you can keep the all the details. You can replace here details. What is the host name? This is the PG path not required. PG data not required. Okay, just a PG database. You can keep these all the details. Okay, just a Postgres export password. You can give the password in runtime. So like this, you can keep, save it. Okay, source execute this respect to which instance you want to connect. PSQL, it's asking the password. You can give the let me give correct password. You can say connected. In real time, there is a one jump host they maintaining for all the instances to connect command prompt via command prompt. So for each every pass instance, they are creating the environment variable file. They keep the DB server name, username, password, port number, DB name, which database they want to connect. So you can, before that, which instance you want to connect, you can execute this environment variable file, source this file, then PSQL. So if we keep password also here, export PG password equal to password, no need to ask password here while PSQL directly connected to this database. Okay, like this we can connect. So that is about a cloud environment.